Hello, Mikel. I was just going to ask you one more about the crowd, if I may. Jurgen Klopp was quite cute the other day, wasn't he, about sort of kind of what a special place Anfield can be with the support of the crowd and the atmosphere, building up that atmosphere. Is that something important for the Emirates? Because it's been so important, isn't it, sort of in your in your time, that they kind of keep that pressure up, they keep that volume up, and they keep that intensity up.
Well, the transformation, I think that the crowd has played in the way the team plays, in the way the team believes, in the energy the team has. Once they get into that stadium, it's credit to them. They have transformed that, and the players love playing at the Emirates. They feel that it's a different ground to what they used to play before. And I think it becomes really difficult for the opponent when we are able to generate that kind of atmosphere. And I'm sure that tomorrow is going to be a really powerful one. It's our last game again before the year ends, and I think that it's a big game, a big opportunity for us to show again how good we are together.
Can I ask you one about Declan? Because against his former club, obviously. Recently, a few of us spoke to him on England duty, and he was talking about how he found it difficult to accept that he was a £100 million player. I mean, he wears it well, doesn't he? But he wears it in a sort of a humble way. But he also spoke about how much more he can improve, and there's still levels to get. That he feels that he's made an improvement under you. But where do you stand on both? You know, because he's incredibly good value, but also can he improve?
Yeah, well, when they put you that price tag, you have to carry on that, and it's not easy. I think he's done it in a brilliant way, as you said. He's a really humble guy. The way he wants to learn, the way he takes positive criticism, I think it's really powerful, and I think he's got another levels to go. I think we are playing more as a deeper role now in the last few weeks, but as well playing as an 8, I think he can be an incredible player. He can be as a centre back, sometimes stepping in if we need to, and he has shown as well that he's got an eye for goals, and when he's in the opponent's box, he's a real threat. So that's something that can be developed still. I think his leadership skill as well, the way that he will naturally grow within the team, within the club, in the years to come. I think there is much more to come.
Sir? Mikel, this season it seems like every week if Arsenal haven't scored 5 goals, then everyone goes, oh, they need a new striker, they need someone who can score 30 goals a season. We never actually asked you what you make of that, and if you agree that number 9 target man sort of striker is what your team needs and what every team needs.
Well, what I say is that I would love that we score 5 goals every week, I would prefer that those goals are shared, because I think it's more probable that this is going to be consistently maintainable. And I think this is what we've done. The amount of goals that we share in the squad, I think, is really, really positive. We want more goals. We want more goals from our strikers, that's for sure. And I think we've got them within the team.
Because Liverpool obviously won the league with a front 3 that's shared, and Man City did the same, and then they bought Haaland and it changed, and it seems like everyone's now changed their mind again. So the number 9's back in. You're quite happy with the wingers providing more, or Gabby Jesus dropping in, for example?
I am very happy. Would I like that Gabby, Eddie, Leo, they score 50 goals each? Yes, for sure. Every manager would want a player that can score 50 goals guaranteed every season. But if you don't have it, means as well that they have other qualities, that they empower the qualities of the players next to them, and that's really important as well.
It's quite hard to find one who can score 50 goals.
But develop as well. I think there are players, and we have players that can score, and last year they did something that not many wingers or many attacking midfielders did in the league, and this is our job, to try to improve them and get the best out of them.
Jordan? Hi, Mikel. Last Boxing Day when you beat West Ham, Declan spoke to media post-match, and he spoke really glowingly about your team, and then 7 months later he joins the club. Is that one of the biggest things about this transformation, that you're now at the top of players' wish list when they look at the best teams in Europe who they'd love to play for? Arsenal is now up there.
Well, I don't know. I always have the feeling that every player wants to play for Arsenal. And we had more difficult moments. I still have the same. It's a very special club, a club with an incredible history and a specific way of behaving and playing. And probably now it's a bit more, and that's a really positive thing.
And just in terms of the expectations have risen at West Ham, I think fans maybe want more, and Davies having to manage that. You have to manage that here as well. It's How tough is that as a manager to manage expectations when you know that maybe you're not quite there yet, or you're having to gradually go and fans want to go straight away?
That's a natural thing in life, isn't it? I haven't met anybody that wants less. My wife always wants more. This guy always wants more press conference, more this. My players always want more play, more money, more this. We always want more. Less is normal. So these are the positive expectations that we always want to be better and improve.
How do you manage yourself? Because obviously you want more and more and more, but you
Yeah.
have to manage your own expectations. Is that hard?
But that's part of my role as well, you know. And sometimes we want more players and we want more of this and better facilities and this. And yeah, we have really lucky with what we have. And I think one thing that we have to manage is understanding sometimes, not looking always like this, looking with a bit of perspective where we are and what we do. And then you might realize, wow, I'm really lucky and we are good. We can be better, but look around and yeah, we could have been much worse as well.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Before the Liverpool game, a lot was made about the atmosphere and how rocking it would be there. But your team seemed to handle it really well and didn't seem to be fazed by all the noise going around in the stadium, outside and whatever else. Do you think it just shows the mental fortitude your team has got? And going into the new year, does it just show that your team is here ready and mentally there to take on the challenge for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I was really impressed because they looked prepared 48 hours before the match. We didn't even mention about that, and they knew what they were facing, and they were up for it. They were ready for it, and then you have to go there and perform, obviously. But I think they have certain experiences that they've been really helpful for them, and now they know that they can cope with that. They know how to do it. They know how to manage it themselves, individually and collectively. And the other day, I think it was a huge test.
Could these experiences maybe be the thing that might get Arsenal over the line by the end of the season by being able to play in front of these hostile kind of?
Yeah, it's another factor for sure. That and in Europe as well. We're gonna play in Europe wherever you go. It's going to be a really hostile and demanding atmosphere, and you have to stand up and be present and be at your best on the day. And I think that's what we did at Anfield.
With Martinelli, a lot's been made of his the lack of goals compared to last season, but in defence in terms of tracking back, how impressed have you been with that part of his game? I recall one of the home games a couple of weeks ago where he ran back and one of the line is chasing when he goes and takes that tackle and brings it back. What have you made of that part of his game?
That when other aspects they don't go, you still love defending and doing what you have to do for the team, and the other things are going to come for sure. And he's generating a lot of situations for the team, and that will come hopefully tomorrow.
And the last game against West Ham was a 3-1 defeat. What did you make of that game, and what have you learned from them that you're going to try and apply?
Yeah, with the amount of things that we conceded, the result was too big, you know, and that was down to us because in certain moments we didn't defend with the urgency and with the commitment that is needed to win a football match.
And finally, we go to Al.
Hi, Mikel. Just on Declan, in terms of something you said earlier, you said he's really good at taking positive criticism. I was just wondering if you had an example, because I guess it is quite a different way of playing that he's having to learn. So yeah, do you have an example of positive criticism that he's taken well?
Well, it's every time you switch the TV on and they're talking about Arsenal, they will be talking about Dec, you know, and obviously at the beginning there were a lot of question marks, and it's something that you have to overcome, you know, because they're going to be looking at every start, every movement that you make. And then when things worked, take it in a way that is constructive and put it in the context that that from game to game, from action to action, this can change very quickly, you know, and he's very, very, very intelligent to manage that.
Is there anything that surprised you? Because I guess it's quite different admiring him from afar and then actually living with him here day to day.
I love his presence on the pitch, you know, he's there and it's got something special. I felt it when I played against him. That's why I was mad to sign him, because you get that feeling about players, and I wanted him to be part of our team.
And one on, you said Kai is obviously suspended for tomorrow. I was just wondering with Emil, a few weeks ago you said that I guess his rehab, he'd done it in a way you hadn't seen before. I was just wondering if you can expand on that. Was it physically his mental approach, or was it different?
Both of them, and I think obviously it wasn't the first time that happened, and And sometimes it's not easy to start that process again and go again. And when he was getting some momentum, he was looking good again. Go through that, and he did it in a really impressive way. And now it's about putting it on the pitch when he gets the opportunity to do that, to perform and make the difference for the team. Yeah. Sorry.
You know, Mikel, before some of the previous summer windows, you've been quite sort of strong on what you felt what the club needed to do in the window. How would you describe this window then coming up, and maybe what you think you need to do? Is there a word that you would say, or how would you describe it?
Well, be very prepared and act as quick as the moment appears. And if there is a moment when something is available for us to make us stronger, do it. And then as well, be very cautious, keeping the players that we need as well to maintain the long run that we still have ahead of us.
Okay, guys,
Thank you.
Thank you.